Hi, my name's Christine and I just want to talk a little bit about why I set up the Care Squares project. First of all, I'd like to say that I just love Greece. I've been to Greece lots of times, I've been to the islands. I love the islands, I love the history, and I love the people who have the most amazing heart. And having seen the boats arrive on the beaches and these desperate people getting off, I had a very strong emotional reaction. I just immediately thought there will be a global recognition of the problem and that there will be some sort of humanitarian response, which sadly didn't really happen in the way that I thought it would. So since then I have been working and hoping to support a few other organisations that have gone in, mostly voluntary, and done the best they can for these people. And that's how I heard about Lesbos Solidarity, and this is a charity that really looks after vulnerable refugees. Most of them have lost somebody on the journey over here, mostly women and children, and the idea is that they set up a support education centre so that these people learn some skills, learn some language, and hopefully help them integrate into their new communities. That's the idea. So they desperately need money for books, translators, lawyers, all sorts of things. So I'm hoping that what we raise in this project will help with that. And I think the response that I felt was incredibly strong, and I think it was seeing the people getting off these boats, if you can call them boats, and the look in their face, and the look on the children's face, because the children were just traumatised by the whole event. And every emotion was etched on their parents' face, I think. And I think the thing that struck me more was the sort of fear that was just there. They just lived through months and months, and sometimes years of fear. And I just thought, how do people build their lives up after this? Where do they go from that? I just don't know how you do it. I mean, most of us have not had a situation like that where we've been so terrified that we just don't know how we're going to survive from one moment to the next. I mean, I just had one instant in my life where I had somebody break into my house with an attempt to kidnap one of my children. And I know from that experience that fear is it's an all-encompassing emotion. It strikes every single bit of you, really. It has a taste, it has a smell, it has a colour, and it has a legacy. And my instant was horrific, but it was one night. And these people have lived with this fear day in, day out. They're worried about their children being kidnapped, they're worried about bombs dropping, they're worried about chemicals being dropped, they're worried about even feeding them. And I mean, your basic instinct is to try and look after your children, and that's all these people are trying to do against this dreadful backdrop and through no fault of their own. So that's basically why I started it. And this is just something that I thought everybody could do. Most people can knit or crochet or can donate if they can't do either one of those things. So knitting the squares will hopefully make people feel they're part of a bigger picture. But also at the end of it we do have lots of squares which we can make up into blankets. So I think it's a win-win situation. So I just hope everybody looks at this and looks at the project. It only runs from it runs to about the 4th of September. So please donate. We have lots and lots of squares that people have been really generous with their time to make. So it'd be nice to have all of them sponsored by the end of that day.